What's going on, YouTube fam? Today I'm gonna give you guys a quick look at the Aqua 8s. This is the 2025 silhouette and version and release. Before I get into the kicks, go over the review and all that good stuff. If this is your first time stumbling across my channel, one of my videos, welcome. Thanks for dropping by, but listen, while I have you here, do me a huge favor. Hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell. That way, whenever I post new videos, upload new material, anything, you'll get notified. You can head to the channel and you can see what I uploaded for you. If you're on social media, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you call it, really any of the platforms nowadays, you enjoy photos of sneakers, some outfit ideas with sneakers, anything related to kicks, honestly, give me a follow. You can find me. I am at iAMTMCII on all platforms. And lastly, while you're watching the video or afterwards and you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. That really goes a long way. Little indicator to me, let me know that you enjoy my content. Just motivate me to keep wanting to record videos whenever I have pickups to share with you guys. Okay, so now that that intro is all out of the way for all my first time viewers, we can dive right into the review. So like I said, these are your 2025 release of the Aqua 8. The last time we saw a release of these was 10 years ago, I believe, in 2015, and now we have them again. And there was some slight differences, but not major differences to me. And I'm gonna do a comparison video of my 2015 pair and this pair, just to kind of show you some of the differences that I saw between the last release and these. Video purpose wise, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over like the materials used on the shoe. I'll touch on quality control for a little bit. And I'll go over the box, show you the label and all that good stuff. Then I'm gonna toss them on feet, go over size, comfort, and all that jazz. And pretty much everything you need to know about the shoe. So y'all just stick around and just kind of fast forward to whatever part you care about most, if you don't want to watch everything through the entire video. So a little background for those who don't know, back in 1993, I believe, during NBA All-Star Weekend, when the East wore like that blue colored jersey, you know, this was the shoe that MJ played in during the All-Star Weekend. So during the All-Star game, this is the shoe that MJ wore, because you know this isn't a typical Chicago Bulls colorway. So this is why you have this colorway on this shoe. This is when it was debuted during the that All-Star Weekend when MJ played back in 1993. I want to say this was the first silhouette that MJ played in to have like the actual straps on there. I don't think we've seen any straps or anything like that in one of the silhouettes that MJ played in, not the crisscross straps like that. So this was for that lockdown and support technology to kind of keep him locked in for when he's playing, you know, just give him that extra support. So that's why you have that strap on there. So coming to your materials, the upper of the shoe, you have a nice soft grain of suede on here. The only thing about the black suede and the type of materials they use, sometimes it collects like a lot of lint on here. And these are fresh out of the box. I just got them and you can see that there's already like a lot of lint on the shoe. That doesn't bother me, but it may bother some folks. I really don't care about that. This isn't that cheap feeling suede where it kind of looked dusty and ashy over time. Like sometimes Nike will give us some like really crap, cheap, low grain quality Nubuck, Durabuck, or whatever you want to call it, and it would look like real dusty and ashy. It doesn't seem like this is the type of material that's going to do that. It isn't like the type of suede where you can where it's like super buttery, but you can see some some of the stroke patterns change when I swipe my finger across there. So you do get a good grain of suede material on here. I come into this light gray. This is a little bit more rough material, so it's not the same suede you have here. You have more of a rough material suede on the lighter gray part. Have this little plastic shank to kind of give you the extra heel support and protection from when you're wearing the shoe. So this is like a little stiff plastic type material. Don't know exactly what it's made out of. Older 8s, this is usually like the first thing to start cracking on you if you have a pair of like extremely old 8s. This will start drying up and cracking, and then some of this mid-stole and stuff will start crumbling on you. So that's the only thing with 8s. They last pretty long. I still have some really old 8s that I'm still able to rock and wear, but I do have some that are starting to come loose on me. And I notice like this is some of like the first thing that start to break down on you. And then coming up to the actual strap, so have the Air Jordan written on here, and I have this Velcro to keep it kind of locked in. Little plastic, and like a little plastic, hard plastic to keep the whole strap mechanism in for whenever you want to strap them in. I'm not sure how I'm gonna rock these. I usually strap mine and rock them like this. Years and years ago when I first started rocking 8s, I used to rock them unstrapped and a little bit loose and stuff. But as I got a little bit older, I kind of like the strapped look on there. And I know everybody's a little bit different. Drop me a comment. Let me know how you rock your 8s. If you rock them strapped, unstrapped, or whatever. Everybody kind of add their own character, their own style when it comes to 8s. Coming up to the tongue, you can see down in this material, you have like a nice little nylon, kind of neoprene type feeling tongue. You have the 23 on here raised off of the strap. And this is the iconic 8 tongue, kind of that carpet type material. First time we got this on one of the Jordan silhouettes with like that whole peace symbol in the with the carpet on. And it's a nice plush carpet look. You can see how thick it is on here. Nice colorful insole, that whole sock liner. During this era, that's when you started getting a lot of like the Huarache sock liner with that booty where you could just keep it's almost like a sock that's inside of a shoe. So you started to get this on a lot of Nike shoes during this era. So they went with, you know, this kind of this like Huarache style sock liner to keep you locked in. Just got the little pull tab on here, easy to slip the shoe off and on. Coming to the back of the shoe, not sure why the Velcro part went all the way here. I don't think I've ever seen somebody strap these extremely tight where the strap would come all the way back here. I think it would have been dope, different if maybe they would have cut that off. But this was something always on here with 8. So depending on if you're rocking these with pants or something like that, sometimes you could get a lot of stuff caught in lint and stuff on this part too. But that's just how 8s always work. This is what it looked like with the shoes unstrapped. Same thing like I showed you with the other shoe. 23, nothing special on the inside of the tongue. I mean, not the tongue, on inside the strap. I know sometimes with the special releases, sometimes they'll have messages or something like that. But just, they try to keep this as close to the original OG release as possible. Iconic Jordan 8 outsole. So you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all. They always have the same kind of look. With far as the traction pattern going, some kind of cool coloring down here at the bottom. So it's your regular traditional Jordan 8 outsole. Trying to make sure you guys get everything. You have the same thing, the Air Jordan in the inside on both sides of the strap, on the outside part of the shoe as well as the inside. I think that's it, man. I want to make sure you guys getting everything. Nice sock liner material. You can see nice fabric type material that they have for as the sock liner goes. And I think that's it for your materials. Quality control, QC is okay. Some glue marks on here where the midsole is glued to the upper. I have some glue marks present on my pair, but that's expected at this point. You usually don't get a perfect QC when it comes to Jordan brand and Nike. Just some of this looks a little sloppy down here, but once these are on feet, you probably won't be able to tell some of it. I just notice a lot of it, you know, as I'm recording the video, seeing some little minor imperfections and QC things. But I think these are going to be like a general release and going to be kind of all over the place. So usually when you get GRs, you get stuff like that. The QC isn't always the best. You can see like a lot of glue right here for where the outsole is glued to the midsole. So QC is okay overall. Not the best, but it's not the worst either. So that's that. Coming to the box, you get an old school Jordan style box, black top with the Air Jordan. You got the Nike Air treatment on here. Here is your label. You can pause the video if you want, but you have your color breakdown, product code, QR code. Open up your camera on your phone. A link will pop up, and the regular Nike.com website will come up. It won't bring you to like an actual the actual shoe or anything like that. I think at some point it may do it, but for right now, I just bring you to regular Nike.com. Old school black tissue paper in the inside. Instead of the regular white kind of paper, you get the kind of trash bag feeling tissue in the inside. And that's pretty much it as far as the inside goes. So that's the box. These are the kicks. Show you the kicks one more time. Do me a favor, leave me a comment. Let me know if you're gonna cop these or pass. What are your thoughts? I know retail is kind of pricey now on a lot of Nike and Jordan product. I don't know if it's tariffs related or what, but they just been increasing the prices over time. So let me know if you're gonna pass on these or if you're gonna cop. I usually reply when y'all leave comments. But I'm gonna take them off here now. We're gonna lace them up. We're gonna go over size and comfort. You guys hang tight. All right, guys, here's a quick on feet look at the Aqua 8s. Just want to show y'all what they look like really quick on feet. My most asked question is usually about sizing. Like, what size should I get? How do these run? So let's do that, and then I'll talk about comfort. To me, I have a medium, somewhat narrow foot. I don't believe my feet are doing any drastic growing anymore. So to me, I like a snug and exact fit. Snug, kind of like a sock, like a glove, like an exact fit. Not tight. Tight is, you know, my toes are balled up. I'm in pain. I can only wear the shoes for a short period of time, and I got to kick them off for some relief. Not that fit, you know, snug. Just fit me exact like some socks. If you like that same kind of fit as me, I think you can go down a half size in these. They're already like a bulky type looking shoe. And they just feel, you know, a little bit on the roomy side to me. So lately I have been going down a half size on my 8s. If you don't like that fit like me and you want just a tad bit of room, go true to size, you should be A-okay. If you have wide feet, you want that exact fit, or even a little bit of room, I think going true to size. I don't see the need to size up in 8s. If you want some relief, you can always just rock them loose and unstrap. And I actually put them 2 different ways just to show you how they look strapped and how the shoes look unstrapped. So it's, like I said, it's all preference. I'm not sure how I'm gonna rock these whenever I rock them. May actually just leave it like this, one strapped, one not. It just depends on how you feel today. Like I said, just drop me a comment. Curious to see what the majority say with how they rock their 8s. When it comes to comfort, I mean, it feels like a technology from the 90s. So it's definitely not up to date. It's not as squishy or bouncy. You don't feel like a lot of comfort in these at all. They're not uncomfortable. They hug your feet, and that part feels good. But far as like the actual footbed portion is not the most comfortable. It almost feels like a flat shoe. I don't know, it just isn't the most comfortable shoe. Yes, I could casually rock these and wear these all day, not be in any kind of pain or discomfort, but it's just not the most comfortable shoe. You know, I could rock them, but you know, you're not getting any kind of cushioning or anything out of these. So that's just my take on comfort, sizing. Like I mentioned earlier, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification button, all that good stuff. But I'm gonna wrap the video up here. See you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.